The story of the anime revolves around two girls from a certain kingdom. The first girl, Anishiva, is a princess who loves magic more than anyone. But the magic did not love her in return. And the second girl, Euphilia, was unjustly stripped of her title as queen of the next kingdom, and the princess testified to that. And when it happened, the princess decided to help her regain her good name. And then they lived together and searched for magic. These two girls do not know that this chance meeting will change their future and the future of the entire world. And we see the princess one day at night while she is running from the wolves and trying to hit them with a broom. The wolves gather around her and she cannot do anything. A man comes to her to help her kill the wolf. But the princess warns him not to kill him, then she runs over him and hits him with her sword to split him in two. And she says to my wife, "Do you want to steal my share? So run on the rest of the wolves and kill them all." The boy is shocked and asks his friend who is this girl, and he tells him that she is a princess, but she loves magic very much, and if she saw any rare monster, she would attack him to kill him. And the strange thing is that she fights with very strange weapons. And they call her the Princess of Material Thieves, and when the fight is over, they divide the materials. So the princess takes the stones from the monsters. And she goes to the palace, and the young man says to his friend, "This princess is very strange." He told him it is a property and at the same time a high-ranking adventure. He said to him, "Since she is a princess, why do you use these lousy weapons?" His friend said to him, "Because there is a person in the palace who cannot use magic. She is afraid of being discovered with the tools that are with her." In the palace, there is the king and his son, the prince, with the guards. They see the princess, her clothes are very dirty, and she wears a wolf's head on her head. So the king scolds her and tells her, "What is this that you wear on your brain, and from where do you come like this in the morning? Surely you were collecting materials again. Didn't you know that you were the princess?" The princess regretted her father and told him that this is called domestic violence. In doing so, you endanger laws and justice. The king was silent for a while, and the princess could escape from them. The prime minister takes the wolf's head and says, "This is the skin of a gray wolf, and no one can kill it." The magic power of this princess is very terrifying. Of course, she created the sword to kill these monsters. The king said to him, "This princess did not listen to our words. She was telling me a while ago that she wanted to develop a new magic tool, but she burned half of the royal village." Two of the guards present with them talk about why the king and the prime minister dealt like this with the princess, although she abdicated the throne to her brother. His friend said to him that if she spreads her magic and other doubtful theories, it will affect the privileges of the nobles. And he talks about her brother and says that he could never use magic. So the princess enters her room and her maid tells her that you are exaggerating this time. The princess said to her, "But a lot of strange things happened." The maid replied, "You are a stranger in your own right. Do you remember when you were 5 years old when you wanted to fly in the sky?" So the princess remembers when she was looking out of the window and saying to herself, "What if I could use magic? I would fly in the sky." And she said to her, "I will go to my father to beg him to approve of my use of magic to fly in the sky." We return to reality, and the maid tells her that since that day, you have been doing silly things so that she can fly in the sky. Can you count the brooms we sacrificed and how many times your body was injured? The princess said to her, "I sacrificed another one today. And I have to do these experiments again to succeed." The maid said to her, "I don't worry about the brooms, I worry about you. And I want you to take care of yourself. Are you going anywhere today?" She told her, "Yes, I will go to the doctor to consult her about certain medications." And when the princess goes to her doctor, she gives her the stones and tells her that they can improve the treatment made last time. The doctor said to her, "Did you have any side effects from the previous medication during the fighting?" The princess said to her, "No, it is very good, but sometimes I feel nervous and addicted. And if I take a small dose of it, it does nothing. And it makes me laugh all the time, and I only found this medicine so that I could use magic through it." The doctor said to her, "I don't know why you love magic so much and care about it. This magic I did not find any importance in." She said to her, "No, magic is one of the very important things. This is the best thing, and also very romantic." The doctor said to her, "Romantic?" Yes, by principality, you wanted to fly in the sky, but you fell. The princess said to her, at least this magic is better than your hobbies to achieve anything damned. She said to her, but in the first and the last, this is just a hobby, and I did not do the same as you. But this does not mean that your charm makes many people happy. Are you able to fly in the sky or not? The princess said to her, I couldn't do anything. All I could do was a slide. But I guess if I supply my strength I can. Also, if I put these stones in my magic, but I need a safe way to do so. The doctor said to her, why do you always put yourself at risk? The princess said to her, I do not want to hear this from a woman who has lost control of herself and was going to destroy her family. The doctor said to her, I know that your little brother is getting married. Who is the genius that will join the Magenta family? She is very beautiful, the doctor told her. Did you not notice anything else? The princess said to her, I have not spoken to her before. I only saw her once, and the princess remembers when she saw her using magic. And then, in the academy, we find that the prince enters with this girl. The rest of the girls see her and are surprised that this girl is with the prince again, even though he is engaged to another girl. They say that his father sacrificed an Ormine in order to obtain the title of Baron. Euphilia told them that the prince was spending some time with her and that he did not like her. But he wants to raise controversy because he is a royal family member. After that, we see Euphilia waiting for the prince, and when he sees her, he tells her, what are you doing here? She told him, I was waiting for you to talk to you for a while. The prince said to her, we are always in trouble, and our marriage was only an interest. All people know about this. What is the purpose of this party? She told him that since it is a marriage of convenience, we must do these things. And the relationship between us must also be in trust and understanding. The prince said to her, you are as you were, you have not changed, and you are always annoying. She said to him, I did not do anything, I am doing my duty as noble. The prince mocks her and her words, and Euphilia tells him that he must not act like this in the palace and the academy. He was amazed and said to her, what are you alluding to? Ali, the girl who came with him to the academy, said to him that they are engaged and that you must pay attention so that rumors are not spread about us. He told her that I will choose the right person for me. She said to him, what do you mean by this hadith? He replied to her and said, I mean, a genius girl like you did not understand until now. I think we are wasting our time now. And we see the princess as she finally achieves her dream and that she can fly in the sky. And put her magic in the broom and will fly out. Her maid calls her and says, take care of yourself, tonight it's very cold. So the princess thanks her and the maid warns her not to hurry up and not to fly upstairs. And if something happens to her, she must return immediately. So the princess flies and rejoices a lot about what happened to her. But soon something happened to the broom and it flies quickly and you drive it away. And at this time we see a group of students at their graduation party. And Euphilia appears, standing alone, sad, and the students talk about her, and they say that it seems that the rumors have become true, and that the prince's words are true, that she is a difficult character to deal with. And suddenly the prince enters with the girl. And all the attendees are in complete amazement, so the prince speaks and says, congratulations on graduating to everyone, I am very happy because we are all together. And I have something I want to talk about so that all of you are witnesses to my words. My engagement to Euphilia has been annulled. The attendees are more surprised that he does this to her. And we see Euphilia and she is shocked and sad. And she asks him why that happened, and he told her, because I see that you are not suitable for me. And I couldn't stand all your actions and mistakes. What did you do in Leyte? She asked him if he would talk about my warning to Lenny. I did it with good intentions. And the king knows all of that, and you had no right to annul something my father and your father had agreed upon. He said to her, I did not listen to anyone's decision. Everything will change and my fate will be decided by me. And Euphilia said to him, you should have told me, so we can decide together, since when have you been so blind? And he said to her, the blind man is you, because of your ambition. You have no right to be his property. You always harshly dealt with Lenny. You also steal her stuff. And you tried to kill her before. and we discovered that you were planning this in secret." Euphyllia said to him, "What do you say? I did not do anything like that." So these people appear and say, "Yes, we are witnesses to what you say. And we knew all the bad things you wanted to do." One of the people talks about how Lenny will be a new member of the nobility. The other said to him, "You used your influence to force the girls to do whatever you want." Euphyllia gets sad and says, "What happened to all this? I did all this because I thought I would set an example for other students to follow. I believed myself to be strong and fit and set an example for the next queen." And he said to her, "I will apologize to Lenny, and I will make you regret what you did." Suddenly, the princess entered them. And the prince asks her why she came here, and she said to him, "Sorry, because I lost control and fell while flying." "Why are you doing this, and why are you all upset?" You see the girl next to her brother. She tells him, "Why do you stand next to this girl and leave Euphyllia alone?" The prince told her that it was something that was not your specialty. So the princess looks at Euphyllia and tells her not to say that it is a party to cancel the engagement. Euphyllia was saddened, and the princess said to her, "Don't be sad, I decided to kidnap you." So the princess takes her and they fly with a broom. So, Euphyllia is very afraid, but the princess reassures her and tells her not to worry, "We are on a journey through the sky,